Hey, what's up, movie nerds? It's your girl, Cece, and let's get candid about K-pop Demon Hunters. By the way, there are spoilers throughout this review because of how the story goes, so...
You have been warned.
Now, this was a fun movie. It was also a musical, and I liked how the music was integrated into the story and the actual plot, and not that music was just thrown in to make it a musical, you know what I mean? Honestly, having cool characters fight evil with their voices is a pretty cool concept, and I enjoyed it. The only thing that I didn't enjoy,
spoiler alert,
was the fact that the main hunter was part demon, and then the fight between good and evil became very ambiguous. I really wish that it was just more clear-cut at the end, but that's just my initial review of the movie. Keep on watching to hear the full review and whether or not you want to give this movie a shot. Now let's get this party started.
I mean, really, let's do this, mother!
First up is acting, which I give a 9 out of 10. I think the voice acting was really good in this movie. There was true feeling in it, and the actors and actresses felt really in sync with each other and with their characters.
I laughed, I cried, it moved me, Bob.
I mean, I was sucked into this movie because everyone was so magnetic and sincere. Now, it is too bad that the singing voices and the voice acting wasn't done by the same person, but at least they found good voices that still sounded like their characters.
And I'm singing!
Next is story and script, which I give a 6 out of 10. This story was pretty good, very understandable, and, you know, new. I definitely have not heard of the concept where girl singing groups fight demons with their voices and soul weapons. I'm also glad that despite this being a very Korean show, that everyone could understand it and enjoy it. It wasn't just for individuals who know about Korea and its culture. The only thing that I didn't care for was that the main hunter was part demon.
Well, now I'm sad.
Firstly, demons were supposed to be fought and taken care of by the hunters. So why was her mother, who was a hunter by the way, cavorting with demons enough to... you know.
We all know what that means.
And have a child. Plus, why would that child be allowed to be a hunter? Or, you know, even have hunter powers? Wouldn't the fact that she's part demon kind of cancel that out because it's supposed to attack demons? I mean, at the very least, her power shouldn't have been the most powerful of the 3 girls.
I'm the chosen one.
I mean, I think it's very strange that the powers were at 100% even though she's only 50% a hunter. Also, why didn't her patterns go away at the end of the movie when all of the demons were sealed off by the Hanmoon? I mean, doesn't that just seem strange? Shouldn't have it been sealed away too? Or does it defeat the purpose because there's a demon walking around up top? What if she loses control? What if the demon part of her gains control? What then?
No, Nick, don't do this, fight it.
I mean, do the girls not truly believe in their creed anymore? Or are they not gonna fight demons anymore because their teammate is part demon? Also, why did her voice just start to go away now? Wouldn't it have failed earlier in her career, considering its power is tied to her lying about being part demon and not wanting to be part demon?
It's just weird.
I mean, it's a really fun story, but I think her being part demon detracted from the story a good bit, creating some plot holes. If we're being honest, she still could have gotten to know the main boy of the boy band and change his heart for good without being part demon.
No, I can fix it.
I think there were other ways to go about this without making the story so ambiguous between good and evil, by painting demons as not being that bad when they definitely are. I mean, I wasn't expecting a story that kind of made me feel a little sad for some of them. I just really wanted some cool demon hunters that just slayed the game the entire time. I mean, I think it would make more sense and be a better story if she wasn't part demon, she was in the process of losing her voice, but she could still see the good in the main boy of the boy band because he was tricked by the demon lord into being this way.
No, it's not your fault.
Instead of her seeing the good in him because she relates to him. Plus, the trope of not telling your friends something insanely major and then having it blow up in your face, creating huge conflict, is kinda tired and worn out. You know what I mean? We've seen it a lot.
That's cliche of you, isn't it?
Next are the details, which I give an 8 out of 10. Sony definitely has a really fun way of making animated movies now. Once again, the Spider-Verse style strikes, but it lends itself very well to the story and to the movie, and I'm so glad they used it. I mean, it was really enjoyable to watch and insanely beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
I also really enjoyed the references and jabs to boy and girl bands throughout this movie, and definitely all of the dance moves. I mean, whoever animated those dance moves did a great job with the choreography and the way that it flowed. It was just so fluid and beautiful. I mean, I can just keep watching Soda Pop and Golden and Takedown again. It was just great. Also, the fighting scenes, they were just beautifully choreographed and animated as well. Like, whew, so great. Also, I'm glad that the animation was partly Western and partly Eastern, like a great fusion between the two, so that everyone could enjoy it. It wasn't strictly anime, and it wasn't strictly cartoonish. It was kind of how Avatar: The Last Airbender treated things. The only thing that I could nitpick a little bit was when the main hunter and the main boy from the boy band did their duet. At times, the animation for her singing and the voice actress for the song didn't really mesh. Like, you can tell when someone is really punching their voice, and you should be able to see that in the animation, not just for the animation to have slight mouth movements, because it just doesn't seem natural. There was just so much more depth and emotion in the voice that just wasn't portrayed quite correctly with the main hunter. Only at little times, though.
Otherwise, it's great.
There's not much in terms of the nitty-gritty, but even so, here are the reasons for the rating. So this was a PG musical action movie, and I believe that sums it up pretty nicely, so let's talk about it.
The gross stuff.
The whole eating scene in the beginning. That was intense.
Meryl, it's not even a real number. It is for our fans.
Unfortunately, almost all Sony Picture Animations, and DreamWorks, consequently, can't get past body humor in their animations. Whether it's burping, farting, or intense shoveling of food into your mouth so that your nose holes show and you're just talking with food coming out of your mouth. You know, it happens a lot in these movies, but it's gross no matter how you cut it, and I hate it.
Time for violence.
So this is a movie about fighting and hunting demons, and they really do put the smack down on some demons. But when they kill the demons kind of just explode in a puff of smoke. So it's not really anything intense. There's no blood or guts or anything like that. I mean, it's a PG movie. It has to be tame enough for most kids. The girls had one moment where you could see some scratches and a couple of band-aids on their faces, but it was nothing too intense. All in all, no one was severely injured or really injured at all, and most of the violence was cartoonish. The only really freaky thing that I could talk about for this was the volume of demons that appeared during the train scene. Like, they just started coming out of the walls in droves, and the way that they were climbing on top of each other and just piling out and running towards the girls was just a little freaky. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yikes.
Also, the boy band transformation at the end, I mean, they looked pretty freaky at the end there. And also, the main hunter losing herself, sort of, to her demon half. That was a little intense, really. Maybe not so much frightening in that sense, but it was intense for emotions. So, you know, just be aware of that if you have really younger audiences watching it.
Sorry, that was a little intense.
Overall, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. I like this movie a lot. I do think some, or maybe a lot, of plot holes arise when you have a half-demon hunter with hunter powers that comes from a mom who supposedly hated and hunted demons, but entertained one enough to have a child? Doesn't make much sense.
I don't get it.
But mostly the story was great, the animation was even better, and the soundtrack was the best. I mean, really, the music in this movie was awesome. It was an enjoyable movie that had me hooked the entire time.
Wow, that's impressive.
But I do wish that she didn't have to stay a demon or have her patterns at the end, and the fact that there was an ambiguity about good and evil, especially when demons are in the mix. Demons are evil. Also, the ambiguity could tell kids, you know, the key demographic, that demons are or could be good, and that's not a good message.
That's just wrong.
But let me say, the biggest disservice that was done for this movie was not putting it in the theaters. I mean, to see this movie without the troubles of bad internet, bad lighting, bad sound, other distractions, or just a small screen, it would have been magical. and to put it on IMAX would have just blown everyone away. I really wish Netflix had put this into theaters.
Wrap that up and give it to a child on Christmas, because we're done.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts and a movie that you want to see me review next. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that notification bell so that you are notified every single time an awesome review like this comes out. Click right here to see my most recent review about How to Train a Dragon, and if you click right here, you can enjoy my cinema rants in this cute little playlist. And if you want to see my shorts or anything else, click right here to go to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and just remember, right here at Candid Cinema, it's okay to talk, it's okay to text, and I will CC you later. Bye!